A little bit, but it still looks like the same, type of Notre Dame team that tries to like overpower people, run the ball, be a physical team, good online up front, really good running back. So you still kind of see some similarities. So yeah.
What did you learn about the way they used their tight ends last year during the game?
Tight ends are a really important part of their game plan, and it's really part of their game plan this year, even with a different OC. So tight ends are important for them. So we gotta find a way to stop it.
You guys have seen a couple big backs in a row. What does this one bring? Maybe different than what you've seen so far?
Honestly, he's a good back. He has a lot of yards. We just got to finish on play. We got to make sure we're wrapping up on tackle. We got to make sure we're all running to the ball, game tackle. We can't depend on one person trying to make the tackle. We all got it got to be game tackle. Everybody runs to the ball and wrapping up and stuff.
Does it feel like rivalry week?
Oh, most definitely, yeah. I mean, growing up, being a USC fan and dreaming about coming to USC, you always dream about playing in the USC Notre Dame game, and especially playing at South Bend is a dream. So most definitely feels like rivalry for sure.
Coach Riley talked about how early in the Arizona game, Coach Grinch called some of the perfect plays and just wasn't executed by the players. What happened early in that game when you guys were put in the right spots? And
it was just some minor issues, like just probably just one person not doing their job. It was plays that we ran in practice, the same exact call that we had in practice. That the scouts run that we executed in, we just didn't execute in the game, and that's on us. So we just gotta be better in that part.
You guys were carrying a few injuries at corner. Does that leak over to you at safety? What kind of adjustments do you have to feel?
I'd say it'll leak over to say just being communicating to the corners. Whatever corner comes in, he might not be up to date with like the game plan or something like that. So communication is a big thing. Making sure he knows what he's doing and stuff, and giving him the confidence to let him know that it's next man up and he has the ability to do his job.
What did you think of Prophet when he stepped in?
I'm impressed by Prophet. He probably didn't expect to be playing in that game, and his number was called, and he made a big play at the end of the game to seal the win. So definitely we proud of Prophet.
What was the locker room like after a triple overtime win like that?
I mean, we was excited, just getting a win like that, coming out. We started slow. First time we've trailed all season, definitely down by 17. So, coming out to the win, dealing with some adversity, nobody putting their heads down, nobody giving up or nothing like that, just looking at it like next play. And that's what we did. We could be better in a lot of areas, we can improve in a lot of areas, but to come out with a win and be 6-0, that's also important. So.
Lincoln says he thinks you guys have come out with an edge this week. Do you feel like there's an edge for the team this week in practice that hasn't been there in previous weeks?
I wouldn't. I mean, we practiced hard previous weeks also, but again, it's rivalry, so there is that added edge to it. Because it's rivalry, we play Notre Dame, we play at Notre Dame, we all know how big of a game it is, so it's an edge.
Kalen's already an All-American, but where have you seen him take the biggest step in terms of improvement this year?
Just being more of a leader, being more of a vocal leader, bringing guys up with him, around him, so, proud of Kalen.
What was your view on that 2-point conversion he broke up? It seemed like he flew like halfway across the field.
Yeah, I knew he was behind me, so if you watch the play, you see me pointing, just pointing because I know Kelen's behind me. I know he has him. I have my eyes on the tight end, so knew he was going to make the play. I was passing him off to him, and that's what he did. He made the play.
How frustrating was it for you to miss Colorado? Could have used you in that second half. Were you frustrated on the sideline?
I mean, yeah, most definitely frustrated. It's frustrating when you got to miss a practice, when you got to miss a game, watching guys out there competing, not being able to help them out there and not being able to do your job. Experienced that before, but yeah, it's definitely frustrating. So just glad to be back on the field, glad to be back healthy. So.
What do you have to do to prepare to play in the rain?
So we've been weighing the balls and stuff in practice. So practicing catching the ball. I remember yesterday, during walkthroughs and stuff, the ball just wet, but I didn't know. And they threw the ball and I like this and it just slipped on my hand like that. But yeah, just preparing like that. But at the end of the day, football is gonna be football. So.
You mentioned the rivalry aspect. This game has a special significance to you. Is this kind of game you dreamed of when you cut time to come to USC? Or is it just
yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said earlier, I grew up a USC fan. I grew up watching USC versus Notre Dame. And one of the reasons why you come to USC is to play against Notre Dame. And it's a big game. It's a game that everybody's going to be watching. It's a national televised game. And to be playing, especially playing in South Bend too, is also special. It's a special place down there, so excited.
Let's do one more.
Have you ever played in the rain?
Have I ever played in the rain? I think COVID year it was rain a little bit, ASU game. But I think that's it, really, right?
Thanks, Max.